whenever something violent happens in the Bakersfield area, Manuel Carrizales is one of the first people to know about it. "Every time there's a shooting, they always call us," said Carrizales. By they, he is referring to neighbors, witnesses, families of victims and sometimes even families of suspects in the aftermath of a crime. And by us, he is referring to Stay Focused Ministries, the gang prevention and mentoring group he founded 26 years ago. "We're still on the front lines," he said. "We gotta stay in the mix. We've got to stay consistent, and reach the families and children." Gonzalez readily admits, he was once one of those children who needed to be reached. "Marijuana was the first drug I used before I started using heroin. I started using heroin in junior high school," he recounted. His decisions eventually led him to prison. But in 1990, by divine intervention, he made a drastic 180, founding Stay Focused and beginning down a path that has transformed thousands of lives in the process. While his work is focused on peace, it has given him a front-row seat to never-ending tragedy. But recently, he said, something has changed. "There's no rules on the streets anymore," referring to the brutality and brazenness of some of the recent shootings. He specifically pointed to the shooting of 19-year-old Amian Wofford, who was gunned down in Lowell Park around 1:30 in the afternoon on May 5, across the street from two schools and a convalescent home. He was also shocked by the death of Ashley McFadden, who was 12 weeks pregnant. She was killed alongside another man on May 10, in a shooting that Carrizales said reminded him of one back in November. That's when Ruthie Jean Franklin was shot outside a home on Paul Mesa. Doctor, she survived, but the 6-month-old fetus she was carrying did not. "I was in the hospital that night. I prayed with the family," he remembered. What has surprised him about all of those shootings was the reaction from the community. You think there would have been a big uproar. But, no. So far this year, Bakersfield Police Sergeant Gary Caruesco said the department was investigating 18 homicides. Just within the past month, Kern County Sheriff's spokesman, Ray Pruitt, said they were investigating 10 murders. "It does appear at this point that some of them are connected. And we do believe that at least some of them are related to some ongoing gang activity," said Pruitt. Carrizales said, he did not know what was behind the recent spike, but suggested high unemployment and an influx of people from other cities may be contributing factors. He dispelled the notion that a race war was brewing. "We've got it in different cities, but Bakersfield has never had a racial thing in the sense of gangs," he said. The county's financial woes could also have a direct effect on the effort to curb gang proliferation. Stay Focused, and other outreach groups, receives funding from the county for gang prevention work, but that was cut in half for next year's budget. "We'll make it up. The thing is the timing wasn't good," said Carrizales. In the meantime, he has been working with other outreach groups and a coalition of 35 pastors to come up with a unified plan. Their plea, he said, "We need to put the guns down,